Have you ever wondered how certain websites are created, especially websites with cost calculators? This has now been revealed because I came across a plugin that pretty much calculates anything. So any type of websites that need any sort of calculations in the total, this plugin will do the job. But don't take my word for it. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how easy it is to use, how flexible it is, and most importantly, what its limitations are. Today, we are reviewing the Cost Calculator plugin for WordPress. This Cost Calculator plugin comes with popular templates like Wedding Planner Booking, Conversion Calculator, we have Property Viewing Booking, and so on. There is a ton to choose from, and you can also use these as inspiration. This Cost Calculator plugin is ideal for any type of business that does any sort of calculation. So the first thing we're going to do is to see how easy it is to install on our WordPress website. All right, so what we're going to do is going to come over here to plugins and then click on Add New Plugin. Now over here on the top, we're going to search for Cost Calculator plugin and then see what comes up. And we can see here we have version 3.0. So this is the free version. And what I really like about this is if you take a look at the star rating here, it is very positive and it's been installed on 30,000 websites. All right, so in my case, I've gone ahead and downloaded it and installed it. So that's why here it's grayed out and it says active. In this example, I'm going to go straight to the Pro version because that has all the features that we need. So to go to the Pro version, I'll leave a link to that in the video description below. And if you're watching at this time, there is a Black Friday 50% discount, which is right here. So once you've purchased it, you can go ahead now and install it. And installing it is very, very easy. Again, you come over here to plugins, click on upload plugin, choose the file, and then upload it. Now, once you've done that, you need to add your license key, and it's time now to play with the cost calculator. So here it is. You're going to get an entry over here on the left, and you can just click here on calculators. So what we're going to first look at here is the UI. How easy is it to use? So here we can see that this is the list of all our calculators. And if you want to go in and edit it, you can just click here on this pencil icon. You can embed it by clicking over here. And look at this. I really love the fact that we have 3 options of embedding our calculator, which means you can do it manually here by using a shortcode. You can select existing pages and you can also create a new page. So this means the cost calculator plugin can work with page builders, or you can even use this on Gutenberg because a shortcode works pretty much on any type of website. And I really like that. That's a big plus. But I will show you in a moment how that is done. All right, so this is the main area here. So we can import, we can export this. And over here, we have our orders. So our cost calculator as well has the ability to grab some orders for you as people are purchasing. And this will be shown here. Now let's take a look at our settings. So over here on the settings tab, this is where we can go in and make our major settings. So for example, here on the currency, you can see here it's US dollars. So you can go in and really give this some customizations, which I really like because you can actually give a global currency, and then later on, as you're creating all your calculators, you can actually select whatever currency you need, which is very, very good. Okay, we also have PDF entries here, which means you can go in, company name here, you can select your date format and so on, and then you can just choose the file and upload from URL. We also have emails. So over here, you can apply emails. So this means that if you want to add form fields where someone wants to fill in and then they get sent an email, this is where you would set it up. So I like that. You can come over here on the settings and do all your settings like your PayPal. You can come over here, activate your PayPal, add your IPN key. You can also add your Stripe, and then you can add your public key and so on. Now, I know what I'm explaining right now is probably boring because you want to see how the cost calculator actually works. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come back over here to calculators. So before we get started, we have templates, and there is a lot of these templates. Now check this out. We have a discount calculator. Now if you want to take a look at it, you can click over here on View Demo, and this now is going to open up in a new tab, and we can see now how this actually works. So you can see here, you add your price. So let's say that our price here is 1,000, and then on the discount calculator here, if you click on this slide, you can see now that this is a 4% discount, and it's telling us that the amount is $40 and the discounted price now is $9.60. So this slider here just does a very good job of showing you the discount. Look at that. Amazing, right? So let's say you're ready now. You can send the quote. And I also like the idea that we can see this in 2 columns like that. And you can also have it horizontal. All right. So that is how you can take a look at the previews of these calculators. Now let's take a look here. Renovation, VAT calculator, wedding planner, BMI calculator. I mean, these are just amazing. Look at that. So if I click here on view demo, again, all these are custom made templates which you can go in and start using right away. So square feet, you can come over here, drag these slides, and everything is all calculated here, which is brilliant. Let's take a look and see how easy it is to go in and create our own cost calculator. So as you can see here, there's quite a lot of these. Quite a lot. We have booking ones here as well, wedding planner. In fact, this will be very interesting. Let's take a look at this. So we can select our value here. So this is a rehearsal, dinner, engagement party. So you can go in, add it here, background theme. We go in here, we can choose vintage, rustic, and so on. And then we can choose our drinks. If you choose luxury, then it adds it all here and gives you the total. And then if you want to add things like photography, microphone and speakers, I mean, this is pretty cool. Now let's go in and let me show you how to actually create one of these. Now I want to create one from scratch so that I can show you how easy it is to use this plugin. All right, so back over here, I'm just going to scroll back to the top. Now, if you want to create a brand new one, you can always come over here and create a blank one. Or what you can do is we go back to our calculators here. So where we have our list of calculators, we can see here we have this button right here on the top. You can just click on create new. So now let's go back and click on create blank. So we are now going to start from scratch. Now, before we do anything, of course, we need to know what we need to create. We are going to continue now and talk about the UI, because right now, as I'm looking at this, again, this is very, very well laid out. I can see where everything is. So this is where my elements are. And these are the tabs I can go into and customize pretty much everything that I'm working on here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create a calculator for a freelance business. Let's start off by giving it a name here. So we're going to call this MAK Design Studio. Next, we're going to add our services. I'm going to drag and drop it here. Now, notice what happens. This now is opened up a new area here where you can go in and start customizing everything. I really love this. So this one here has 3 tabs, just like how you'd find this in a page builder. So this is where your elements are. So we can add our field name. So our field name here is going to be choose a website type. Now over here on the label is where we're going to add the types of websites. So let's start off here with a basic website, and this will be the price for it. So let's say a basic website is $600. Over here is where you can add another label. So you can just click on add new, like that. And if you need to get rid of any of these, you can just click over here to get rid of it. Okay, so I've entered all my values here. So all I have to do now is to come over here to styles. So here we can decide how everything is going to look. So again, I really like the fact that we have our default styles here, and we can also go in here, choose box. And this is what it would look like. And then finally, we have box with radio button. And this is what it looks like. I think I'm going to go with this style here. Now, one more thing you can do here as well is to go in and choose horizontal or vertical. Okay, so I'm going to leave this as vertical. And then finally, we have our settings here. We can add our currency sign by just doing that. Or we can also set it as required. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and save. Now, if you want to take a look at how your form looks, all you have to do is to come over here on preview. Again, I really love the fact that everything is just right in front of you, and it's very, very easy to build our website. Now, just what we've done so far, if someone was to come over here and choose basic, notice what happened. Basic website, and now it's telling us the total. Isn't that amazing? If we choose membership, it's 1,000. If we choose online shop website, 3,000. All right, so let's continue with this and add more features. Now let's add number of pages, but this time I want to choose something a bit more exciting. We're going to add a basic slider. I'm going to drag and drop it here. So in this field here, we're going to call this number of pages. So what I need to adjust here right away is the range step. So we want to go in 5-page increments. So I'm going to add here range step 5. Over here, I need to add the price of 1 page. So let's say it's going to be $25. And then here, maximum range is 100 pages. So let's leave that as it is. So now let's add our cost of the page. I'm going to come over here, and let's say the cost of the page here is $25. And then I'm going to add my $sign and then click on save. Now let's go ahead and preview and see what this looks like. So you can see here, it's saying 5 times 25, which is 125. So 5 pages at $25 is going to cost $125. Now, I've just noticed here that I have a $sign here, that I have another $sign here. It's very easy to go in and customize, because all you have to do is to click over here like that, and then you want to go in and remove this $sign like that. Okay, so once that's done, you just go ahead and save. Now, we also want to add even more items here that relate to our mini freelance business. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add options for the page builder. So we're going to go in and choose a drop down. So you can see here we have a drop down list, drag and drop it. So here I'm going to say choose page builder. So we're going to start off with Divi, and then we're just going to say add new, add new, add new. This is $89. Now, because Gutenberg is free from WordPress, I'm just going to add 0 over here, and pretty much we are good to go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead now and hit save, and let's test this because this is actually fun to build, and I've been playing around with this. It's super exciting. So this is what it's going to look like. So I'm going to say basic website, and then over here, the additional pages, I'm going to go and choose, let's say, 10 more pages. And you can see the amount here is $250. So it's $600 here for a basic website plus $250 for 10 pages. And then here, I'm going to choose my page builder by clicking on this drop down. So you can see here, I have Divi, Elementor, and so on. I'm going to choose Divi. And right away, you can see here, Divi now is $89. So my total here is going to be $939. So pretty much this is working okay. And I really like that. Now let's add one more. So this time it's going to be web hosting. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to add this switch toggle. So I'm going to call this extras. And then here I'm going to say web hosting. Maintenance. So the value here for the maintenance is going to be $99. Over here, we're going to add web hosting as an option. So now that I have my values here for the web hosting and the maintenance, I want to show you something also very interesting. So over here on option hint, I'm going to go in and say this is a monthly cost. So now when we go in and save, let's take a look and see what it looks like. So I'm going to click on preview, and now we can see that we have maintenance here, and the hint is showing right there, and it says monthly cost. Now, can you see how easy this is to use? I mean, in fact, I would go as far as saying this is one of the best UI I've used in pretty much any plugin out there. It's very, very easy to use, and I can find things very, very easy. So now that I have this, let's go through this one more time. Let's say I choose basic here. We notice that here it's our 600. We're going to come over here to the pages. I'm going to increase these, and you can see here the price has increased. Now it's 1,600. On the page builder, I can go in, and let's say this time we're choosing bricks builder. It's $99. There we go. It has been added. And now we have an option to choose whether we want web hosting or maintenance. So if you add our maintenance here, you can see now it says $99. Now, so far, I've used quite a bit of these elements here, so you can see there's quite a lot we can choose from. We can also add a formula here. So let's say you had specific fields that you want to go in and actually add, multiply, and so on. We have a formula that goes through all your fields. So as you can see here, we can go in and say, on this choose website type, I can add it to my canvas here. If I need to multiply, I'll just add this multiplication thing here. And then I could say multiply that by number of pages. And let's save this for now. In fact, let's say this is our total. I'm going to say save. Now, I know that formula doesn't really work in real life, but it's just for us to see the example here. So if I go in now and start adding this, you can see now it has been multiplied because the price here is $375,000. So the calculator actually works really, really well. So you can go in and really customize, multiply certain areas, or even go in with decimals and so on. So it's very, very powerful, and I really like that. So again, if you wanted to delete this, you can come over here and delete it just like that. Now this as well is drag and drop. So I can actually go in here, drag this to the top. So this can pretty much go anywhere you want. If you want to duplicate this, you can always come over here and duplicate it, or you can delete it by coming over here. So this is a very, very easy to use interface. And like I said, this, I give it 10 out of 10 straight away. All right, so let's take a look at other areas. So if you wanted to customize this and make it look like our own and also add our own colors, we can come over here to appearance. So it gives you a preview of what this is going to look like, which is really, really awesome, just like how a page builder works. So let's say you want to go in now and add a container background. You'd come over here and you can just choose your colors like that. Now, what I highly recommend here is if you're going to be adding your colors here, you need to add colors that work with your color palette. So this is where now your branding colors come in. So this is you go in here, you paste it in here, and that's going to be your branding colors. We have slides here, we have transparency. So it is really, really cool to use. So let's go with, let's say something like that. All right, so let's move on to the next one. So let's say our primary color here, we can go in, tweak this to, it's got to be dark, obviously, on a light background. Secondary colors, we have accent colors, arrow colors, and so on. Now over here, we also have sizes. But although we have sizes, we also have our different layouts. So if you want to have this layout like that, it's up to you. If you want to have this with 2 columns, again, this can work really well for you if that's what you want to go with. So we have quite a lot of customizations to go in and do here. We have our container here. We can go in and add our radius. So you can see here I'm adding my radius. Now I have my rounded corners, just like that. It's really, really fun to use. We can also add some drop shadows, our field sizes. So as you can see, we can really, really customize this really well. Now over here, we also have our preloader icon. So we can choose whatever preloader icon we want. So I'm going to go with this one here. Now on the right here, we also have colors that you can just choose on the fly. And these are going to be applied to your template. Now you can see here things have, changed dramatically, which is pretty cool. In fact, you know what? I think I'm going to go with this design right here, but we have different styles, as you can see. Look at that. So it's changing the layout, the colors, and so on. Okay, so I'm going to go with this one here. Go back to my vertical. All right, so over here on the settings, this is where you can make settings for this particular calculator. So you can go in here, add your currency. So this is not your global currency, by the way. This is for this actual calculator. So let's say I want to add pounds here. I can just do it like that. And then warning text, I'm going to leave that as it is. Order form. If you want to enable an order form, you can enable it here. And pretty much you have your description here. If you want to add your payment gateways, you would come over here and then activate PayPal. But for this to work, you need to come over here to PayPal and make sure it's active and you've added your IP and key. Okay. So once you've done that, you can come over back here to our order form and then you can activate PayPal. But of course, I haven't activated there. Now, one thing that I was really worried about or wanted to see if this could be implemented was if this form is amazing and everything is working fine, how can we connect this to other services that have webhooks like, let's say, Fluent CRM? Now, when someone fills in this form, we want them to go on to, let's say, a marketing automation. So when I saw this option here, webhooks, I was super excited because this is what allows this now to send our data to different platform or application right away. This is really, really cool. All right. So now that I have this, you can see on the right here, it connects with 5,000 apps. Think about it, 5,000. We also have WhatsApp here. We have MailChimp and so on. So there's a video to go ahead and watch. I'm not going to go through that video right now. Otherwise, this video is going to be way too long. All right. So with that now, there is also another feature. WooCommerce. So this cost calculator actually works with WooCommerce. You can create your WooCommerce products and those products now start to appear over here. Now here it's saying install WooCommerce. That's because I haven't installed WooCommerce on my computer here, on my website. But if I had, say, a product, I would come over here and add it to all my cost calculations and so on, which makes WooCommerce even more powerful. I really, really, really like this feature. Okay, so here we have our Woo products and so on. So now that we have all this set, if you click on save, again, we can go ahead and do a quick preview. And now you see that we have a submit button. So it's as easy as that. Now it's time to take a look and see how this can be added onto our website. So let me close it out. Let me close out of here. And what I'm going to do next here is to click on embed. So we can insert this manually. So if I click on this drop down, you can see now that we have this shortcode. So this is what I'll probably use. It's much, much easier to just go in and add this. I'm going to copy that, close out of here. Now let's go ahead and add a brand new page. So I'm going to come over here now to pages, add new. So I'm just going to call this page tests. Click on this plus button to add a block. Now for this, I'm using Gutenberg. I'm going to add my shortcode, paste it in here, publish the page, and then view the page. And there we go. Look at that. Just like that, I was able to add in my shortcode and it's showing really cool. So I can choose here membership website and you can see the price has been added. We have 25 pages there by default, but we can bring them down to 0, which means our website here has just got a basic online shop or membership website. All right. Next, we're going to choose our page builder here. So you can see we have Divi, Elementor, Bricks Builder. I'm going to choose Divi, and you can see it has added $89 here. Finally, we have our web hosting and our maintenance. If you need both, you can just click like that and then make your order. So now you can add your name, email address, phone number, and message. So in this example, I want to show you how you'd apply this if you're using Divi. So let's go ahead and add a brand new page. I'm going to click on Add New. So let's call this Freelance. Use Divi Builder, and then I'm going to click on Start Building. Now for this, we're going to go for a pre-made layout. So I'm going to come over here to Browse Layouts. All right, so over here, I'm going to search for portfolio, and I'm going to look and see what page I'd like to use for this design. All right, so I'm going to go with this one here. I'm going to click on it. So now that we have our page, we can go in now and add our calculator. So I'm just going to come over here, click on this plus button, and add a new column. Search for my text module, and all I have to do is to highlight this text and paste my shortcode. I'm going to go ahead and save and do a quick preview. So when I scroll down here, we can see that we have our cost calculator here for our design studio. But of course, you can go and further customize this to match your colors and so on. But this is pretty cool. So let's do this one more time. I'm going to go choose my basic website here. I have 25 pages, but if I need less, I can go to maybe 10 pages. I can choose my page builder here. Say Elementor. I can go to my maintenance here if I need maintenance and web hosting, and that'll be my total price. Make an order, add my name, email address, and this will be sent to my email. So overall, I think the cost calculator plugin is amazing. The UI is fantastic. It's very, very easy to use. You can also make it even more complex if you wanted to. It links up with WooCommerce. You can also add webhooks so that it works with other applications. And the most important thing is it is very, very affordable. I have a link to that in the video description below. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments box below. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.